And the news just keeps pouring in and in and in. Matt Hardy and Reby Sky were arrested in a motel a few weeks ago, and it's just recently surfaced and made its way to TMZ. And this honestly is a big deal. I mean, it's one thing for Matt Hardy to have his, I guess you could say, substance abuse problems that basically ran him out of WWE, and it was just him making videos on YouTube in order to try and get fired from what we all thought was his dream job. To me, that was the one reason why I just was really making videos on this guy 3 years ago, just because of how much I was of a fan of this guy and just believing in his story about how him and his brother trained each other to wrestle on trampolines, bouncing around. They get lucky enough to get their dream just jobber jobs in the WWE, which leads to them basically really getting hired and becoming true superstars in the WWE. Two of the greatest tag team wrestlers that there's ever been. I mean, they're not in my top 5, but I'm sure a lot of people have them in their top of their wrestling things. And then that led to him getting his way out of WWE with his release, signed by TNA, and just with all of his outside bullshit drama, getting fired, even though his brother is one of the most over people in the whole company. His brother, Jeff, couldn't even save him when he's the most popular wrestler that they have. This is a whole lot of a different story. Domestic violence is unacceptable. Honestly, it's just way beyond anything. I mean, you can't even call the guy a worthless piece of trash because he's less than that. And the weird thing about it is that, like, Reby Sky was always said to be like this guy's savior. It was supposed to be like, he's like, she's the one that really turned his life around. He went to Ring of Honor. He started wrestling a lot of independents. He's really kept his mouth shut. He's a guy that I've said, like, should get that shot to go back into WWE, even if it's like, it not to be like a superstar, but like, if you can remember, WWE on SmackDown, they brought back guys like Tatanka, they brought back guys like Animal, older guys that would get that pop when they come out because, they were, there for all the times, and so many people would remember them from what they once were, but they were just wrestling in matches, putting guys over, and giving guys, the rub as to what it was. After this, I don't think Matt Hardy has a chance in hell of ever getting a job in WWE again. This is just by far too crazy. The 911 call was even released. It just basically says a guest in the hotel is beating the hell out of his wife, a girl, or something. They didn't even know what he was beating on, but I guess he was beating her pretty bad. You can see by the thumbnails or by the attached link below the mug shots of both of them, and they're both pictures that I'm sure they never want to see again. As you can see in Matt Hardy and Reby Sky fashion on Twitter, they've been going back and forth with fans about this. They've just been brushing it off like it's no big deal. But honestly, it is a big deal. By showing that this doesn't mean anything, you're showing other people that basically you can do the same thing in your life and nothing's going to happen of it. So I don't know what the hell is going to happen. Who knows if Ring of Honor, with a company like Sinclair running it, is going to look the other way on this, or if they're going to step in and maybe Matt's going to lose this job in Ring of Honor. But I have no clue. I'm sure he's going to try and spin this some way. He's even gotten on Twitter and he's attacked the CM Punk story, trying to make it seem like he's a part of it and that everybody should listen to his advice because he knows what's going on. I'm not sure if Matt and CM Punk are friends, or I guess they're acquaintances. They worked together for a little while, and they've been in the business together for a long while, and I'm sure they have co-friends along the way, but it's just kind of weird with the story breaking like this, and he's trying to get attention off of that. Maybe the old Matt Hardy is coming back up, and he's going to start doing his evil ways on social media again. It's weird, and it's a bad story, and I don't even know what to tell you guys to think of it. What do you guys think of it?